I've learnt that when I come up here, I might as well pack the medical bag. I get a call this morning. Chris, heard you're in town. Want to come and see a saltwater crocodile? What's not to love about a saltwater croc called Agro, who's 4 metres long?
Agro is a resident of the Cairns Rainforestation Nature Park, and this big boy has got himself into a lot of trouble.
How you going?
Hey, Chris.
How are you?
Pleased to meet you, Annabelle.
Hey, Annabelle.
Bo, how you going?
Hey, Bo, how you going?
This is Agro.
A few months ago, this 4-metre crocodile broke his jaw, biting down on a steel fence.
The reason I'm here is to check on whether Agro's broken jaw has healed. But this is a crocodile that is happy to try to eat through metal. So for me, that's not a great source of comfort right now. The risk here is that infection has managed to get into the bone. If that has happened, then the bone starts to dissolve away, and one day he'll bite down on something and the jaw will just snap. If that's the case, then he has to have his jaw amputated. So I've worked with alligators before.
An alligator of, say, 2 to 3 metres could be in an enclosure like this with other alligators in a pond, and I could walk up and examine it. If you put yourself in the same position with 2-metre estuarine crocodiles, they'd attack you. They wouldn't just attack you once, they'd keep attacking you. They're really a very, very aggressive animal and quite unpredictable. When you try and handle them, they will fight, they'll head shake, they'll roll, they'll tail flick. They really give you a workout.
So it's all about getting him out, roping him, dragging him out, then we examine him.
Then we examine him in a safe manner.
Yeah.
Sounds simple.
It's very simple, as long as everything goes according to plan.
Right, guys, everyone want to come down this way? Hang on to that for us. Okay, guys, we have to get this animal out, get him to sedation quickly. If we tell you to get away from the animal, get away from the animal, don't think twice.
There's no room for heroes when we're dealing with a large animal like this.
The team are all on high alert for a very good reason.
What happened to his mates? Didn't he come over here with like 9 other...
Yep, he killed them all.
You kidding?
No, he's killed every single one of them. Okay.
Chris's getaway is rapidly turning into a nightmare.
Agro arrived with 9 others. Agro's killed off the 9 others. That history makes you question why I'm going in there at all.
Today I'm heading to the Barrington Tops to Devil Ark. I'm so passionate about this place and the work that's going on here. It could be the only chance for survival the Tasmanian Devil has.
Australian Reptile Park General Manager Tim Faulkner has been on the road for 6 hours. He's on his way to Devil Ark in northwest New South Wales.
I'm up here today because this time of year now is when we do our stock take. And what that means is we've gone through a breeding season, we've witnessed matings, but we haven't actually trapped the females and counted our joeys. So that's what I'm up here now to do. Hey, we got a welcoming party already. Hello to you too.
The Ark is the largest breeding program of Tasmanian Devils in Australia. With devil facial tumour rapidly wiping out the species in Tasmania, a captive population is crucial to the devil's survival.
This disease is horrific. You're talking about lesions on their face the size of tennis balls. They don't die from the disease itself, they die of starvation and dehydration because they can't eat or drink. With no cure and no vaccine in the near future, it is very likely that we could see devils extinct, absent from the landscape in the wild in as little as 5 to 15 years. They're gone. And that means the only devils that will exist will be in the captive population at places like Devil Ark.
So how long have you been like this for?
Probably about an hour and a half.
Any walk at all?
Oh, just.
Okay.
A huge Bernese mountain dog has been rushed into the Bondi Referral Hospital SASH. 2-year-old Chili suddenly collapsed with an extremely high temperature.
I'm suspected of a tick or a snake. A few hours ago he was fine and leave him for a couple of hours and he's gone downhill very quickly.
What's going on?
So, this is Chili.
Yep.
Chili hasn't been able to walk for about an hour and a half.
This dog is massive. He looks like a big bear on the table and it just looks so sad. Hey, Chili. Pretty flat, aren't you? Let's just collect some blood so that we can check if it's a snake bite straight away and we'll go from there. You're a good boy, hey? Chili's in a really bad way. He is so lethargic, he's weak, he doesn't want to wake up, his temperature is dangerously high. I mean, Michael thinks it could be a snake bite, but there's a whole lot of other things that could cause the same signs. I just hope the blood tests give us some more answers.
Michael has only had Chili for 4 months.
He's just special. Part of my breeding program, but he's a really nice show dog as well.
The Bernese Mountain Dog was named in honour of the country he was bred in. It cost Michael $15,000 to bring the prized dog from South America to Australia.
He's lovely to have at home, so yeah, he does mean a lot. They all mean a lot, actually.
Good boy, Chili. It's okay. He's a very sick dog right now, so we've got to do a whole lot of diagnostic tests to try and work out what's happening.
Devil boys.
Tim's joining the rangers at Devil Ark to find out if their crucial breeding program is working.
It's devil men to you.
Devil men. Yeah, what's happening?
Oh, nothing much, mate. We're just pretty excited ourselves and we just want to get checking some females, so we want to see some young. We've been waiting for so long.
Okay, good to go. Let's get a few ready. Well, the only way we can know exact numbers of joeys, or in fact how the devils are, is to catch them. Suckers for this. Won't take long to get in.
Traps laced with fresh meat will be left out overnight.
We need to see joeys tomorrow. I get really nervous just wanting to know that they're there. I want to know the females have these babies. I want to know that what we're doing is right, and I want to know that we're actually making a difference. I reckon, well, we spread them right along that fence line. Yeah. This Tassie Devil recovery program is a really special thing. I mean, one of the world's most famous extinctions, and it's very close to my heart. It happened in 1936, many years ago, but it's the Tasmanian tiger. Gone, wiped off the face of the earth. I don't want in my lifetime to have to say to my kids, oh, well, the devils went too.
Perfect.
We have a chance now to save the devil. It's not too far gone. We can bring it back from the brink of extinction, and if we can build up numbers here, we can keep them here. The disease burns out, and we put them back in the wild, and it's a pretty unique case. We like at times for them to come in and have a social feed, and the way we do that is to have one food item, and you'll get 5 or 6 devils in, not that different than like crocodiles, and they work together to pull bits of meat off.
Here's our first.
He's a beautiful big boy, maybe 10 kilos.
Pretty good table manners at the moment.
Look at this. For my kids not to see that, yeah, that's not something I want to live through. We want to see that scene forever, you know, the Tasmanian Devil with all its wild sounds and gnarls and all the rest of it, it has to go on. We've had a show watching them feed. Tomorrow morning's everything but do we have babies?
You're a good boy, Chili.
2-year-old Chili has been rushed to SASH after suddenly collapsing at home. Owner Michael is worried his prized Bernese mountain dog has been bitten by a snake.
Well, I'm in an area where there is snakes, so it is quite likely. Usually he comes running out of the gates to be fed, and he just sort of stumbled out and then laid on the floor and wouldn't move.
So we've done a couple of blood tests on Chili, one to check level of his muscle enzyme and the other one to check his blood clotting times, and both of them are normal. The next step is to do a venom detection test to see if there's any sign of the venom circulating through his body. So, negative.
Negative, yeah.
Yep. All right, well, at least we've ruled that out. Good boy. Yes, you are. Chili's got a really high fever. It could be anything. It could be an infection, it could be inflammation, it could be cancer.
Good boy. Slide. Okay.
Lisa's hoping x-rays of the chest and abdomen will provide clues to what's causing Chili's dangerously high temperature.
Good boy, Chili. It's okay. we've done some x-rays of Chili's chest and they all look pretty normal, so... The problem is we still don't know what's causing Chili's signs. We've got the really sick dog and no answers yet.
Good boy. Good.
So we're going to do an ultrasound of Chili's abdomen next, and I really, really, really hope that we're not finding cancer in there. Come through.
Before the ultrasound, Lisa needs to break the news to Michael.
Being a Bernese mountain dog, they are prone to certain cancers at a young age, as you know, so we cannot ignore that. I can't make any guarantees.
It's fine.
Okay.
Just do your best.
All right.
Just want him back, want him better, and quite possibly could be something big. So, yeah, a lot to think about.
It's really difficult for Michael because he's come in thinking that Chili's got a snake bite, something that we could easily fix, and I've now told him the news that Chili's got a fever and we don't know what's causing it, and going through all the possibilities with him, including cancer, is pretty frightening.
Yeah, he's gonna go. He's gonna move out. Yeah, let pressure off, let pressure off.
In the Rainforestation Nature Park in Cairns, a tug of war has broken out.
Okay, he's gonna roll. Pull on it, pull on it.
The keepers are trying to capture aggro so Chris can examine the notorious killer's broken jaw.
Let him roll, let him roll, let him roll. Ease off tension, ease off tension. Now pull again. Okay, he's gonna roll.
Death roll's a defence mechanism. He knows that by rolling, he puts whatever's threatening him off balance and essentially intimidates them.
Pull, 1, 2, 3, pull. Go, pull. Okay, he's gonna roll. Okay, pull back that way now.
To look at how he's rolling and how he's fighting, 7 people still can't subdue aggro. It's amazing.
Everyone swing back out to the top of the oval, a bit more, and walk back.
Things aren't going to plan, and everybody is on edge.
No, he's going. Put your tail back.
Aggro's death rolls are making him impossible to restrain.
Not really playing ball at the moment.
A quick move, straight lines. Okay.
The really tricky thing about this battle we're having with aggro is that the biggest killer of any reptile like this is stress, because they build up a lot of lactic acid. Their whole body becomes so acidic, it can actually kill them.
Okay, now stop, stop, stop.
Yeah, he's building up, guys.
Good boy. Have a scan? I feel so sorry for Chili. He's just a big, gentle giant and he's feeling really, really sick. I want to be able to help him, so I'm just going to have to run test after test to try and find an answer.
At SASH, 2-year-old Chili's ultrasound is underway.
Chili's a good boy.
Lisa and medicine specialist Sophia Zanez are looking for any clues as to what caused this gentle giant to become so ill.
You can see the bowel itself there looks healthy.
Yeah.
But just up here looks a little bit more irregular.
So he's got like a focal area of inflammation in his bowel.
Yeah, he does. He does.
And we're looking at all the organs and then we get to a loop of bowel that looks really abnormal. We need to really monitor this area very closely because if it gets any worse, we have to send Chili straight to surgery. You're a good boy, Chili. Okay, darling.
Chili will have repeat scans in the morning.
You're a good boy. Yes, you are.
If he doesn't show any improvement, exploratory surgery will be the next step.
I'm going to try and work out what's going on with you, sweetheart. You're only young. We don't know what's causing it. It could be a local infection, it could be local inflammation, it could be an obstruction, and it still could be cancer. You're all right, darling.
Let him roll, let him roll, let him roll. Okay, now move back.
At the Rainforestation Nature Park in Cairns, Chris and the team have finally managed to restrain aggro.
Righto, okay, now.
Okay, hold, just hold. Don't pull, just let him sit.
Okay, good.
Now, Chris must sedate the massive saltwater croc before he can begin his examination.
One of the most interesting injections I've ever given. We'll see how we go.
The infamous aggro has killed 9 of his lagoon mates. And he broke his jaw trying to eat through a metal fence.
Right, it's in. Even though he's now been still for a while, no one can relax because this drug here, it doesn't anaesthetise him, it just relaxes him. But he's still capable of an explosive outburst.
Chris, you're going to jump in behind me. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
The important thing here is just keeping him nice and secure, because the next step is to actually look inside his mouth. For that, there can be no risk of rolling, can be no risk of moving. He has to be totally rock solid secure.
Everyone apply pressure.
When that chock goes inside Aggro's mouth, the sound that it makes sends a shiver down my spine. I could hear the wood splitting, and this is a thick log, and my hand is about to go in there. So what I'm feeling for is any softness in the bone here. There's no softness. There's no signs of pain there. There's no loose teeth either. There's no sign of infection. What I'd be looking for is any little sinuses or little weeping areas, but the line of skin over his jawbone there is very much intact. So it's healed up.
Excellent, that's what we want to heal.
Yeah.
It does seem like an extraordinary amount of time and effort and exertion to put into what is a 30-second check of his mouth, but Aggro could quite easily, if he did have a weakened jaw, chew down on something and fracture it again. Looking at his jaw today, it's not going to happen.
Okay, tape's off. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
There we go.
Okay, gate. Matt, you got that gate? Pull that gate first.
Still move, can't he? Really, if there is any advice for Aggro, it's to stick to the major food groups. Steel isn't one of them. There we go.
That was excellent. Very happy with that.
All right, my work here is done. Thank you. I hope I showed you what a kid from the city can do sometimes.
Oh, you did good, kid.
How many devils do you think we'll have in the traps?
I reckon we get 6, 7 out of 8, I reckon at least.
It's dawn at the Devil Ark in Barrington Tops.
I just hope we don't get too many empty pouches.
Tim and the rangers are about to find out if they've lured any female devils into their traps. Only then can they discover if they have joeys on the way.
We good to roll?
Yep, I'm good.
I'm pretty confident that we'll find joeys. However, this is real pioneer conservation and there are always going to be hurdles and sometimes it mightn't work.
Empty.
No.
Next one. Let's hope it's a girl. Ah, look at that. This is what we were after. She's got 1, 2, 3, and one's actually still inside the pouch. This is magic. Little Tassie Devils, this is the next generation.
Hey, Chili. Hey, buddy. How you feeling? How you feeling? Come out. Why'd you come? You feel any better?
Back at Sash, it's time to find out whether Chili needs to go under the knife.
Feel any better? Not telling me, huh?
The Bernese mountain dog was rushed into emergency after suddenly collapsing at home.
We really have to repeat that ultrasound just to make sure that there's no worsening and that that area looks better, because if it doesn't, this big guy's going to be having surgery. Such a good dog, lying so still, huh?
Okay, Lisa, we're looking at the same area and we've still got some change I'm really unhappy with. There's a lot of inflammation. He's going to need surgery.
Oh, damn it.
Specialist surgeon Andrew Marchevsky will be in charge of the exploratory surgery, but he's already worried about the cause of Chili's dramatic fever.
2-year-old dogs are usually pretty healthy, so this is going to be something a bit odd. Could have cancer. Unfortunately, the Bernese can get a really nasty disease called histiocytosis and get them at any age, and it can kill them at any age. We're just going to look for anything abnormal and then take a sample of it if we find it, or cut it out if it needs cutting out. Well, it doesn't look very normal at all. These lymph nodes are huge. The lymph nodes are enlarged in response to an abnormality, and it can be gastroenteritis, can be cancer. We should certainly be able to get him enough samples to give us a diagnosis. The treatment depends on what we find.
The samples will now be sent away for analysis.
Now we've got to wait for him to come through the anaesthesia and recover in the surgery, and then we have to wait for the biopsies, both the culture that we've sent away, look for bacteria, and then the actual tissue and see what we're dealing with. It's not over yet, so we just have to wait.
Chris is now back in Bondi, and his next patient is arriving at the clinic.
Oh, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Good boy.
Denise from the animal rescue group Paws has brought in an orphan in terrible pain.
Dear, dear, very sad.
Little Gizmo was rescued from the pound 3 months ago.
He was emaciated, matted to the skin, his teeth were filthy. He was in agony with his ears. They were just so infected. There was pus pouring out of his ears, and he was just in terrible pain. Shocking.
Despite aggressive treatment, Gizmo's ears still haven't healed, and Denise knows today she may be facing a tough decision.
Denise.
Hi, Chris.
Gizmo, how you going?
Good, how are you?
You all right? Hey, little buddy. Come on through. So he's not so good again?
No, these ears.
There's no improvement?
No improvement.
Chris has been treating the little Shih Tzu since he was saved from death row. But if he can't fix his ears, Gizmo has no chance of finding a new home.
You're almost a full package now, Gizmo, aren't you? Almost.
Just need to clear the ears.
Yeah.
When you look back at the shape that Gizmo was in originally when he first came into Denise's care, you realise that she's really turned him around from being a really sad, a really sorry dog to now having a future if we can get through this ear problem.
So I can see you've managed to clear up a lot of the infection around the outside.
Yep.
But the problem that still remains, no matter what we seem to try, is just how narrow this ear canal is.
Yep.
You've done everything you can, and Gizmo's played along. He's taken his treatments, he's taken his eardrops, but all those years of neglect have essentially done the damage here.
Yes.
And there's unfortunately not a lot we can do right now with just drops alone to fix it.
Yep.
Because all those years of infections have caused swelling, and that swelling has just caused the thickening of this skin around his ear canal here, around this tube that he hears through, and it's now just blocked over.
How sad.
Yeah.
Now, he needs to be out of pain, clear ears. We've got to do something about this.
I'll just have a little look down into these ears here.
It's all right.
Right, here we go. Things are pretty drastic when you can't even get the scope that's meant to look down into his ears.
Yep. So what do we do now? What do we do to fix it?
It's pretty dramatic.
Is it? What do you do?
Well, it's an operation. So it's not a comfortable surgery. Obviously, he's going to be under anaesthetic, but how his ears work right now isn't working.
No. I feel, quite worried about it. It sounds pretty dramatic, but if he's got continual ear infections, nobody wants to adopt a dog like that.
One, two, three. Okay, out you come up. There we go.
At Devil Ark at Barrington Tops, there's one trap left, and Tim and the team are hoping it will be hiding more devil babies.
Okay, out you come. Can you look after her, Rats? Have a look at this. There's 4 little Joeys in there. don't know how many boys or girls, but we'll find out. And they're big enough that they're off mum. I'm gonna grab them out. Look at this. A ball of devil joeys, look at that. Magic. Those little sounds are so cute, the little whimpers. Look at that. We got 4 sisters. I got to tell you, but this one's a bit lethargic, a bit small. Yeah. Can you take that there? And I'm feeling a fair bit of rib there, you know, and a bit gaunt. It's only subtle, but I'm definitely concerned. And if one of these wasn't to get milk, they would go downhill really fast. So the question now is do we intervene?
Good boy. It's okay.
He's just had so much swelling there for so long that it's essentially closed over.
5-year-old rescue dog Gizmo is suffering from chronic painful ear infections, and Chris is now being forced to consider extreme measures.
How many different bottles of drops have we been through now?
Probably about 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're now at the point where, look, the drops just aren't making a difference.
Since the little orphan was rescued from the pound 3 months ago, Chris and Denise have tried unsuccessfully to treat Gizmo's debilitating problem.
I'm sure an operation isn't what Gizmo would like to go through, but for me, I just can't see what other option we have.
Well, look, I so want him to be adopted, so we have to go for it. Gizmo.
The operation required is a lateral ear resection. It's an invasive procedure that will completely rearrange the way Gizmo's ears work.
If you were to take a look inside Gizmo's head, that is what you'd see. That's his ear canal. So it's like an L shape.
Yes.
Or a J. So what we're going to do is essentially just open it up here. And then there's nothing blocking it. So we're not going to cut off his entire ear.
I thought he was going to look like Chopper Reed for a minute.
No, it's not going to look like Chopper. But by doing this, we take out all that extra real estate there that is the problem. Because if we don't, he's stuck with sore ears for years and years to come.
Always nervous about surgery. I feel very sorry for Gizmo. It's going to be painful. Sorry about the operation. I'm so sorry, but it'll make you better.
The reality is this surgery is very mild compared to what could lie ahead if this operation doesn't work. The next step is a surgery where you essentially remove the entire ear canal, the whole workings of the ear. It's not nice and would result in Gizmo essentially being deaf.
If one of these wasn't to get milk, they would go downhill really fast. So the question now is do we intervene?
At Devil Ark, Tim is checking on the success of their Tasmanian Devil breeding program, but he's discovered a joey which is smaller than the rest.
I'm feeling a fair bit of rib there, you know, and a bit gaunt.
An examination of the mother reveals a possible reason.
It's hard to know which joey come from which teat. They all do have an individual teat, but there is an obvious size difference on that bottom teat there. Okay, let's get Mum back. We'll just find a good box down here, hey?
Yep, good.
There you go, darling.
Tim now needs to decide if removing the smaller joey and hand-rearing it is the best thing for Mum and the baby.
I say do it and the mum will recover quicker. She'll be back here in 12 months anyway.
Yeah. There is a consequence of hand-rearing her, and that is that I have to take 2. She needs a sibling, she needs warmth, comfort, and they teach each other how to be devils for the big world that they're going to enter when they're adults. Well, who's going to come with her? Won't we let them choose? There we go. There's your little sister. This doesn't have any effect on Mum. She's still got 2 joeys, and they're a big demand themselves. Her teats will become inactive if one of them's not already partially inactive, and simply she'll concentrate on the 2. I need to get them in something warm.
I've got a beanie here you can use.
Yep, perfect, mate. That'll do.
There you go.
Thanks, mate. Beauty. Here we go, and that'll be their new home, their little pouch. We'll just pop them inside the shirt. I think we better get the other two back with Mum. There's your Mum. Go on, there she is. There's two. You go back with Mum as well. Go on. There she is. You got her. See you guys. I feel like I've got my own babies.
With the rest of the family reunited, Tim will now take the other two devils home for 24/7 attention.
I'm going to take them home and introduce them to my little boy Billy, my wife Liz, and then my little boy Matty. They're comfy. Cradled by that seatbelt, they're safe.
Hey, pretty boy. You look so much better, don't you?
At Sash, Chili, the Bernese mountain dog, has now recovered from the exploratory surgery to investigate a mystery inflammation.
Your tummy feels good.
Lisa is still waiting for test results before she can rule out the possibility of cancer.
When Chili came in, I felt so sorry for him. Those big brown eyes, just feeling so lethargic. Having the surgery and being treated with the drip and antibiotics, he's really picked up. He's doing a lot better. But we still don't know what's wrong with him. We don't have a diagnosis, and we won't know anything until we get those results from the lab. So we're all quite anxious to get them, Michael included. You want to go home?
It's a bit nerve-wracking. I'm hoping it's nothing major. Can't wait to see him. I've only had him for, about 4 months, 5 months, and he's already got a piece of my heart.
Who's there? Hello. Seeing him here with Michael climbing all over him, hugging him with his giant paws around his neck was amazing. What a transformation. He loves his dad.
And I love him. Let's go home. Go home? Yep.
So what are we doing on this one today?
So he's getting an ear canal resection. So he's had ear problems for just a little bit too long, haven't you, buddy?
At the Bondi Clinic, rescue dog Gizmo is about to undergo risky ear surgery.
It's all right, matey.
It's hoped the operation will stop the orphan's chronic ear pain and give him a chance of being adopted.
What we're doing is changing his ear from having an L shape, where it goes down and then in, to just very simply just going straight in. We're dealing with an organ that is very sensitive. There's infection in there as well, so it really becomes a two-man operation.
Chris and Dr. Tony Mossman will be working together to reconstruct Gizmo's ear canals.
So we're making our first cuts now, really just tracing down the outline of that ear canal which we're removing.
Just cut across.
It's just so thick.
It's quite small, isn't it?
Now I've opened the ears up, I can see just how narrow Gizmo's ear canals really are. I mean, he'd be lucky if he's got a millimetre or two in there. I'd be very surprised if Gizmo can hear anything at all.
During this extreme operation, both of Gizmo's ears will be reconstructed.
Okay, so we've removed all the way down the horizontal canal, and we're going to suture this vertical back down to the skin here so it keeps the whole ear open. So it's just basically lots of stitching now.
An hour later and the delicate surgery is finally finished.
Should we go?
Chris won't know whether the operation has been a success for another 24 hours. Until then, the little orphan is still in the danger zone.
The reality is Gizmo may develop a post-operative infection, and if that happens, then he would need a major operation where we remove all of his ear canals and just suture the skin closed. It's dramatic, it's drastic. Hopefully, it's not necessary. You just sleep now, okay? You can just sleep it off, mate.
Hey, I got a surprise for you.
Tim is at home with the 2 babies from Devil Ark. 2-year-old Billy is never sure what Dad will bring in the door.
And he's had little frillneck lizards, alligators, wombats, kangaroos, and now he's got his devils. Look.
Babies!
They're little Tasmanian devils. Can you say devil? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, put your arms out. Oh, geez, you're good.
We've got another 2 mouths to feed.
Yeah, we sure do, round the clock.
You're getting up night feeds with them, you can get up and feed Maddie
No
then.
way. I was planning on the opposite. Do you know what they drink?
The Devils will stay with Tim for 6 months, initially requiring 4 feeds a day.
Look how good she's doing.
Boy.
She needs a good feed. That's her whiskers. You think she's finished? I think she just did really, really well. The last couple of days has been great. We have 10 joeys from 3 females. That's just extraordinary, and it means that it's working. It means that what we're doing is right, and it means the devil has a chance. You're my little devil.
I'm a big devil.
Big devil?
Billy's devil.
Billy's devil.
Morning after the day before, huh? How you feeling? Tail's wagging. You think you're ready to go, don't you? Well, we'll have to look at that.
It's been just 24 hours since the operation to repair Gizmo's badly damaged ears.
Yeah, they're a little bit bloody, but they look good. When you consider that Gizmo had an operation yesterday which really changed the way his ears work, he's never going to look brilliant today. He's always going to be a little bit sore, a little bit uncomfortable, but I'm actually pretty happy with his condition. He looks like he's ready to go home.
Outside, Gizmo's guardian angel Denise has arrived to pick up the rescue dog. But she's also brought along a surprise patient for Chris.
Very excited to see Gizmo today. I've been thinking about him all night and I'm looking forward to his next journey in life.
Hey.
Gizmo! Oh my goodness! Oh, look at you! How are you feeling? Oh, how is he?
He's great. He's bounced back from the surgery incredibly well. You'll see his ears. You'll see when I do the operation. So,
oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Looks a little sore. But now he's just got full audio.
Wow. Say thank you, Chris. Thank you, Uncle Chris. I really appreciate it.
You talk as well, Gizmo.
He does. He's very clever.
Before you go.
Yes.
What's that?
What?
This one. This one here.
Oh,
Who's
that?
this? Yeah.
That's little Jack. There you go. What do you think?
Who's Jack?
Oh, he's a surprise.
Just when you think your work is done with Denise, it never is, because somehow she's managed to sneak another dog into the room, and there he is. His name's Jack. He's got no hair. Yeah, his skin's nasty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look at you.
9-year-old Jack is another sad case rescued from death row.
What's interesting about Jack's skin is that it's so greasy, it's quite smelly, and the only thing that does that is an infection with yeast. So I think I'd be pretty confident saying that's what he's got. It's never nice to see a dog that's been treated so badly, and Jack is another in the long line of dogs that Denise has taken on. But the good thing with Jack is that he's got a condition that I'm pretty confident we can treat. What I think we should do is put him on some medication straight away.
Okay.
Some tablets.
Yep.
And they'll take away the itch.
Yes.
But importantly also they'll treat the yeast. And I think if we give him some medicated baths as well,
Yes.
with a smile like that, he will be in demand.
Yep.
All right, and keep up the good work.
Thanks, Chris.
It's all right, I'll give you a hand with it. It's been a good result. Now Gizmo's ears are fixed, he can hopefully find a new home. Jack is on the mend, and Denise, got no doubt, soon enough she'll be out there trying to find some new recruits to look after.
This must be it. Look at them.
2 weeks later, Lisa's on the road to deliver Chili's test results.
Come Come here, Chili. Hi, Chili. You're so good. Hey, you're showing off that you're better. The good news is it was just an infection.
Just an infection, yeah. After all that,
Some
thank God.
antibiotics and he's going to be on the road to recovery.
Michael can finally stop worrying about that cancer scare.
I'm really happy with the results.
Chili.
He's one of my dogs that I really love so much, and yeah, he loves me as well.
You're a big boy. Nearly my height. You are. Love cuddles. I love it. Hey? Oh, big boy. He looks fantastic. He looks $1 million. And it's so nice for me to get out of the hospital and come and see Chili in his own environment. It's pretty special.
Hi, I'm Dr. Danny. If you enjoyed this video, then please remember to subscribe to the Bondi Vet YouTube channel. Click on the screen now to continue watching more great content.